Listen while sleeping, and let the hidden frequency awaken within you. There exists a sound that was never meant to be heard by the waking mind, a vibration woven into the silence between heartbeats, a tone older than language itself. For centuries, it was whispered only in the temples of those who understood that true healing is not of the body, but of the code beneath it, the frequency that writes reality itself. Tonight, as you drift toward sleep, you will not stumble upon this by chance. You have been summoned by the pulse that remembers your name. This voice, this resonance, it was always calling, waiting for the night you would finally be still enough to hear it. Each word you are about to hear is not a story, but an unlocking. Every syllable vibrates in perfect symmetry with the unspoken memory of your wholeness. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are not late. You are the sound returning to itself. Play this tonight and do not resist the stillness. Allow the ancient tone to reach the parts of you that words have never touched. Allow your breath to fall into rhythm with what is sacred and unseen. And as your eyes grow heavier, you will feel it, the hidden frequency of healing, not as a sound, but as light forming inside your sleep. You did not come here by accident. Somewhere between the spaces of your thoughts, an ancient current has been guiding you toward this moment, the moment when sound and silence become one. You pressed play not to listen, but to remember. You have always known there was something hidden beneath the noise of the world, something that hums beneath the pulse of existence. Tonight, you are standing at its threshold. Breathe. Slowly. With each breath, you are stepping deeper into the temple of your own remembering. The air around you thickens with invisible light, golden, weightless, gentle as the first word ever spoken. This is not music. It is language before language, resonance before meaning. It is the forgotten alphabet of the soul. You are safe here. You are chosen. You are being rewritten. As you listen, your body begins to dissolve into the rhythm. The skin softens. The bones remember their own lightness. The heartbeat no longer belongs to you alone. It beats in sync with something vast, the same frequency that moves the tides and folds the stars into being. You are not separate from that movement. You never were. Somewhere inside you, an ancient gate begins to open. You can almost hear it, the low vibration of brass doors shifting after centuries of silence. Beyond them, there is no past or future, only the hum of creation, constant, patient, infinite. Step through. You are walking down a corridor made of memory. The walls shimmer with fragments of all the lives you've lived, all the versions of you that tried to heal, to understand, to belong. They bow as you pass, dissolving into waves of color. You are not their prisoner. You are their author. Now, allow the voice you hear to wrap around you like smoke. Let it guide you deeper. Do not think. The mind does not lead here. Sound does. Feel how the syllables vibrate inside your chest, how the pauses become small openings through which light slips in. This is how the subconscious listens, not with ears, but with presence. As you drift, you begin to realize that healing was never something to find. It was always what remained when the noise stopped. The frequency of healing is not a sound that enters you. It is the silence that emerges when all other sounds fade. You may feel a subtle warmth in your hands, a tingling behind your eyes. Do not analyze it. This is your energy reorganizing itself, aligning with the original pattern that existed before pain, before doubt, before time itself. Let it happen. You are not here to fix yourself. You are here to remember that you were never broken. You are the code beneath the code, the tone beneath the tone. Every cell within you is a small speaker, echoing the truth you once forgot. You are the song that heals itself. Now, breathe again. In through the quiet, out through the remembering. Let the body rest. Let the soul awaken. You are safe. You are chosen. You are light, remembering its own sound. And as you drift deeper into this frequency, your sleep will not be sleep at all. It will be the gentle act of the universe tuning itself back to harmony through you. There was a time when every sound carried a meaning beyond words, when healers spoke not with language but with vibration. They understood that all creation is music condensed into matter, and that every thought, every breath, is part of a cosmic song constantly rewriting itself. Somewhere, that memory still lives inside you, and tonight, as you listen, it begins to awaken. Close your eyes. Imagine a single tone, suspended in the blackness of space. It does not rise, it does not fall, it simply is. From this tone, the universe unfurled. Galaxies spiraled into being, stars were born, and within their silent fire a rhythm began. The pulse of life, the signature of existence. That pulse is within you now. It never left. It is the hidden frequency of healing. When your world feels broken, when your heart carries too many echoes of pain, it is not because the tone is gone. It is because your attention has drifted from it. The law of healing frequency is simple. What you tune into, you become. You are an instrument designed to resonate with truth. But over time, the noise of the world, fear, doubt, memory, comparison, detuned you from your natural harmony. Healing is not an act of fixing. It is an act of tuning. You are being tuned now. Breathe slowly. Feel how each breath realigns the invisible strings within you. Each inhale draws in coherence. Each exhale releases distortion. The more you surrender, the clearer the tone becomes. The more you trust, the softer the noise fades. This is not magic. It is remembrance. Every cell in your body carries a memory of this original harmony. The ancients called it the song of the soul. In sacred texts lost to time, it was said that the divine did not create the world through command, but through resonance, a hum so pure that matter itself began to dance. You are that dance. Imagine your mind as a vast lake. On its surface, thoughts rise like ripples, chaotic, constant, endless. But beneath the ripples lies stillness, deep and unbroken. That stillness is where the healing frequency lives. It does not fight the waves. It becomes their rhythm. When you let your thoughts slow, when you allow silence to speak, you return to that depth. That is where the real medicine waits. The frequency of healing cannot be heard by the ears. It is felt in the bones, in the blood, in the space between heartbeats. It is what moves when you stop trying. It is the intelligence that mends a wound, grows a seed, forgives a memory. It does not demand belief. It simply responds to attention. Right now, as you listen, your subconscious is opening like an ancient book. Its pages are filled with codes of light, dormant symbols waiting to be spoken again. Each sentence of this audio is a key. Each pause is a door. Behind those doors, your cells begin to hum. They are remembering how to become whole. You might sense warmth behind your ribs or a quiet tingling at the crown of your head. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that the tone has been found. It vibrates softly within your nervous system, reweaving the broken threads of memory. What once felt lost is returning, not as pain, but as understanding. The law of healing frequency is not a secret of the few. It belongs to anyone willing to listen. When you rest, your conscious mind finally releases its grip, and your deeper intelligence, the true you, rises to the surface. That is why healing in sleep is sacred. It bypasses effort. It allows the body to do what it was always designed to do, to harmonize. In the invisible temples of forgotten civilizations, adepts would lie in marble chambers filled with resonant tones. They would surrender their breath to the music of the spheres, letting the vibrations realign their hearts, their blood, their dreams. You do not need those chambers now. The temple is within you. The chamber is this moment. The tone has found you. As you listen, notice how silence becomes sound, and sound becomes silence again. That movement, that breath of the universe, is the pulse of healing. It is the whisper beneath your name, reminding you that you are both the note and the listener. Let the thought arise. Every moment of my life has been leading me back to this sound. Let it settle deep into your chest. Let it echo. You are not a collection of wounds trying to become whole. You are wholeness remembering itself through the illusion of wounds. You are not searching for healing. You are the healing searching for awareness. In this realization, there is nothing left to fix. There is only sound, ancient, eternal, alive, singing through you. So listen again. Listen not with your ears, but with your heart. Feel how the universe hums inside your bones. With each breath, you merge a little more with the original tone. This is the hidden frequency of healing. And tonight, as you sleep, it will continue to play within you, rewriting every cell, every thought, every shadow, until only light remains. Breathe again. Slowly. With every inhale, you are crossing a threshold that exists beyond sound, beyond words, beyond all the names you have given yourself. The hidden frequency does not live in the air. It lives in the space between the inhale and the exhale. It lives in the pause that the world never taught you to notice. Now, imagine before you a massive gate of light. It shimmers like molten gold, yet carries the stillness of deep water. You do not see it with your eyes, but with something older, the quiet perception of your spirit. This is the gate of healing, the entrance to the inner temple where the vibration of life hums without interruption. The moment you recognize it, the gate responds. It opens not through effort, but through surrender. You do not push it. You breathe, and it yields. A current of warmth flows through your chest. You step forward. Inside, there is no sound, yet everything sings. The air vibrates with the memory of creation. The walls appear made of crystal light, breathing in rhythm with your heartbeat. There are no shadows here, because nothing hides. Every thought becomes visible, drifting like patterns of smoke in the luminous air. Not to judge you, but to return to wholeness. You realize this temple is not a place, it is you. It is the inner chamber of your being that has waited patiently, lifetime after lifetime, for your return. You feel the voice again, the one that led you here, whispering from everywhere and nowhere. Do not seek to be healed. Become the healing itself. You take another breath. The words sink into your skin like sunlight. You feel your boundaries dissolving. The noise of your old identity, your worries, your stories, your unfinished sentences begins to fade, melting into the golden air. What remains is presence, pure, silent presence. Each step forward feels like walking into yourself. The deeper you go, the lighter you become. Thoughts no longer have edges. Emotions no longer have weight. You begin to sense that the energy moving through you is not yours. It is life itself, ancient and infinite, simply remembering how to flow freely again. Beneath your feet, a soft hum rises, a tone that feels both outside and inside. It is the same vibration you heard in your first breath, the same rhythm that guided your first heartbeat. This is the hidden frequency of healing, revealing itself fully. It has always been here, but the mind needed to fall silent before it could be felt. The temple shifts. The walls ripple like liquid glass. Before you appears a sphere of light, floating at the center of the space. Within it, swirling patterns of gold and white form, shapes that seem alive. Spirals, circles, scripts that you almost recognize. The voice returns. This is the memory of wholeness. Touch it. You extend your hand. The moment your fingers brush the sphere, warmth floods your entire being. Images flash before you. Not memories, but truths. Faces you've loved, worlds you've walked, fragments of your soul scattered across time. They are all returning, fusing into one radiant current. You realize that healing is not repair. It is reunion. Every wound you've carried was simply a doorway back to this remembrance. Every pain was a note longing to rejoin the song. And now, all of them sing together, perfectly tuned, perfectly whole. The light expands, wrapping around you. It does not blind, it reveals. You see the architecture of your own energy, threads of light weaving, dissolving, weaving again. With each breath, the pattern becomes more harmonious. You feel the resonance of your true name, not the one given to you by the world, but the one spoken by the universe when you were born from its sound. You do not need to remember it with your mind. You only need to feel how the tone of it vibrates within every cell. That tone is your original harmony. It is your truth. Now, the light shifts again. Before you appear infinite reflections, countless versions of yourself across time and dimension. Some are younger, some older, some radiant, some weeping. They all look at you, and one by one, they step forward, merging into your heart. Each fusion brings a wave of warmth, of peace, of clarity. You understand now. Healing is the gathering of all your forgotten selves into the silence of now. You are not the broken pieces. You are the silence holding them. As the last reflection merges into you, the temple brightens. You feel your body lying in the present world, breathing, listening. The two realities begin to overlap, the temple of light and the room where you sleep. The vibration between them grows softer until they become one. You have crossed the gate. The voice speaks again, this time not from outside, but from within your breath. Remember this. Every sound that heals comes from your own stillness. Every miracle you seek is already happening beneath your awareness. The frequency does not enter you. It is you. You rest in that knowing. You rest in that sound. And in that rest, you are reborn. The hum of the universe continues beneath your heartbeat. It is subtle, eternal, effortless. You realize you will carry it with you long after the audio ends. For healing does not require attention. It requires surrender. You have surrendered. You have returned. And the hidden frequency, once secret, once lost, now breathes within your sleep, shaping your dreams, rewriting the code of your being. The night deepens around you, yet within that darkness, a soft radiance begins to rise, not from the sky, but from your skin. It is the reflection of your own energy, remembering its design. Your breath becomes slow, balanced, effortless. The air entering your lungs feels charged with light. Each inhale whispers receive. Each exhale murmurs release. This is the moment when listening becomes creation. The hidden frequency is no longer something you hear. It is something you are. Your body, resting so quietly, is not asleep in the way you once believed. It is transforming. Every cell within you listens, responding to the vibration that now flows through your bloodstream. It is the same code that tells a wound how to close, a heart how to beat, a star how to burn. You are synchronized with the blueprint of the cosmos. Imagine your bloodstream as a river of golden light. With each pulse, that light flows deeper, washing away the static of old patterns, the thoughts that whispered, "I am not enough." The memories that told you healing takes time. They dissolve like ink meeting water. What remains is clarity, transparency, wholeness. Your nervous system glows softly, as if countless tiny suns awaken inside you. The pathways of tension loosen. The silent knots of emotion begin to unravel. There is no effort in this process. Healing does not come from doing. It comes from allowing. The body has always known how to remember balance once the mind stops interfering. You have stopped. You are still. And in that stillness, everything begins to align. The sound that fills this space, the voice, the frequency, the silence, is now communicating directly with your subconscious. It does not speak in words, but in geometry and rhythm. It rearranges what you once called problems into patterns of meaning. Every emotion that once hurt becomes a note within a grander harmony. Every regret becomes a tone that completes the song. The subconscious mind does not need to understand this to receive it. It simply listens. It listens as your breath deepens, as your awareness fades into softness. Within this listening, the boundaries of time begin to blur. The version of you that is listening merges with the version that is dreaming, and both are embraced by the version that is eternal. You are the dreamer and the dream, the healer and the healed, the vibration and the silence that gives it shape. Now, see yourself lying within a vast field beneath an invisible sky. The air hums with quiet energy. Around you, threads of light rise from the earth, delicate, alive, like strands of gold reaching toward the stars. They recognize you. They remember you. They wrap around your form in gentle spirals, weaving through your heart, your mind, your bones. This is the song of restoration. It does not demand faith. It only requires your rest. Feel the energy moving through your spine, each vertebrae a tuning fork vibrating in harmony with creation itself. Your heartbeat slows, yet its rhythm becomes more powerful, a sacred drum echoing the heartbeat of the universe. You realize that even sleep is not silence. It is communion. The energy descends deeper, reaching the space behind your navel, the core of your being, the silent engine of creation. There, the light gathers, swirling into a sphere of warmth. Every fear that ever lived in you begins to melt within its radiance. Shame dissolves. Guilt becomes compassion. Pain becomes understanding. The subconscious mind takes this transformation and begins to rewrite your reality. Every thought you've ever believed to be permanent begins to shift. The law that governs this process is effortless. As within, so without. When you wake, the world will subtly rearrange itself to mirror this new coherence. Encounters will feel softer. Random moments will glow with familiarity. The right words will find you at the right time. It will not be coincidence. It will be resonance. The frequency you've touched tonight does not disappear when you stop listening. It becomes embedded in the rhythm of your daily life. The voice that once guided you here will now whisper through intuition, through instinct, through silence. There will be times when the world tries to pull you back into noise. When that happens, you will not fight it. You will simply breathe. One slow inhale, one slower exhale, and the tone will return, vibrating quietly in your chest. Because once you have heard the hidden frequency, you can never truly forget it. Now, as your body drifts even deeper into rest, imagine a golden mist surrounding you. It is warm, fragrant, alive. Each particle within it carries memory, memory of harmony, memory of peace. The mist enters your pores, filling every corner of your being. It touches your organs, your heart, your mind. Everywhere it moves, it leaves a signature of balance. The cells of your body are singing now, not metaphorically, but literally. Scientists might call it vibration. The ancients called it prayer. Each cell emits a tone, and all together they form a choir of light. You are listening to your own biology, remembering its divine order. You are not healing, you are harmonizing. You are not recovering, you are remembering. You are not becoming new. You are returning to what you have always been. Let these truths settle into your subconscious, like seeds falling into fertile soil. You need not water them. The act of rest is enough. Sleep itself is the sunlight that will make them bloom. Your dreams tonight will not be random. They will be messages carried on the same frequency you now embody. You may see symbols, doors opening, water turning to light, old faces smiling in peace. Do not chase meaning. Allow meaning to reveal itself when you wake. Even as you sleep, the frequency continues to work, adjusting the geometry of your energy, rewriting the programs of your mind, dissolving the static of false identity. It knows what to do. It has always known. And so you release. You let go completely. No effort, no control, no expectation. The body floats between breaths. The mind dissolves between thoughts. The soul hums in recognition. In this state, transformation is no longer something that happens to you. It is something that happens as you. Now, repeat silently within. I am the sound that heals. I am the light that remembers. I am the silence that breathes creation. Let those words echo softly until they fade into stillness. The transformation is complete. The tone continues. The night holds you, and you sleep, not to escape the world, but to become its healing. Long before language was born, before the first fire was lit, there was said to be a temple that existed only in the space between dreams. The mystics called it the resonant hall. It was not built from stone or wood, but from sound, walls woven from vibration, corridors sculpted from light. The entrance could not be found by walking, only by remembering. Few ever reached it. Those who did were not scholars or saints, but wanderers, souls who had grown tired of searching and had surrendered completely. It is told that one night, beneath a moon that shimmered like liquid glass, a traveler lay upon the desert sands, exhausted by the weight of her own seeking. She whispered to the stars, "If there is truth, let it find me in my sleep." And so it did. She awoke within the temple of resonance. The air there was neither warm nor cold. It hummed softly, like breath drawn from eternity. Every step she took released ripples of golden sound that spread through the floor and vanished into the distance. In the center of the vast chamber stood an altar, not of stone, but of silence. Floating above it, suspended in stillness, was a single orb of light. From the orb came a voice, not loud, not soft, but everywhere. "You have sought truth in words, but words are echoes. You have searched for healing in action, but healing is remembrance. You have begged the world to mend you, forgetting that the code of creation sleeps within your breath." The traveler fell to her knees. "Then tell me," she whispered, "how does one awaken this code?" The voice replied, "Through the gate of surrender, through the silence between heartbeats, through the dream that remembers it is dreaming." And then the orb dimmed, and the temple walls began to change. The traveler saw upon them symbols made of light, spirals, suns, water, eyes, hands. They pulsed in rhythm with her breath. She realized they were not foreign. They were her own memories returning. Each symbol was a fragment of her soul that she had abandoned to time. The voice continued, "You have built countless temples outside yourself, shrines of belief, towers of knowledge, prisons of expectation. None can contain what you are. The true temple has no walls, no roof, no altar. It is built from awareness itself. Every cell in your body is a doorway. Every breath is a prayer." The traveler closed her eyes, and in that instant, the temple dissolved. She found herself standing in a void of pure light. But it was not empty. It pulsed, alive and infinite. Within it, she felt every life she had ever lived. Every sorrow, every joy, all of it vibrating together in perfect harmony. Then the voice said, "Do you understand now? The hidden temple is not a place to find. It is a state of being. It is the moment when the listener becomes the sound, when the seeker becomes what is sought." As the last word faded, she felt herself falling, not down, but inward. She became the pulse itself, the sound that shapes worlds. The desert, the stars, the temple, even the orb of light, all of it folded into her breath. And when she opened her eyes again, she was lying once more beneath the moon. Yet everything had changed. The night was not silent, it was singing. The sand beneath her glowed with faint, golden currents. The stars pulsed in rhythm with her heart. She realized she had never left the temple. She was the temple. The story spread, carried by the wind into the ears of those who dreamed deeply. Each who heard it felt a faint stirring in their chest, a vibration, subtle yet undeniable. Many tried to find the temple again through maps or rituals, but none succeeded. For the temple could only be entered through surrender. The monks of later centuries told the same tale with different symbols. Some spoke of a mirror that shows the soul, others of a fountain that sings one's true name. But the essence remained. The place of healing cannot be reached by travel or prayer. It can only be remembered when the noise fades and the listener becomes still. In time, the parable became forgotten, buried beneath theology and science. Yet the temple never vanished. It waits behind the eyelids of every dreamer, in the quiet between two breaths. Every night, countless souls wander close to its threshold without realizing. Every sigh, every heartbeat, every pause and thought brings them nearer. And tonight, you have crossed that threshold. As you listen, the parable merges with your own story. The traveler is you. The temple is your mind when it releases its walls. The orb of light is the pulse behind your ribs. The voice is the echo of your own being calling you home. You do not need to remember every word. The message has already been absorbed, translated into vibration, stored within your sleep. The hidden temple now lives within your breath, rebuilding its resonance each time you inhale. When you wake, you will not recall every image clearly, but you will feel different, lighter, quieter, closer to something unnamed yet deeply familiar. That is the mark of the temple. It leaves no memory, only peace. The mystics wrote that once a soul finds the temple within, it can never again be lost. It carries the sound of that place into every moment, the gentle hum that underlies all chaos, the subtle harmony beneath every storm. Even in moments of fear, it remains. Even in noise, it sings softly. You are hearing it now. The world outside will call it silence, but you will know better. You will recognize it as the foundation of all that heals. You will feel it in the space before each thought, in the hush between words, in the stillness before dawn. And when others ask how you found peace, you will smile, because peace was never found. It was remembered. The sound has done its work. The words have become vibration. Now only silence remains, the most ancient healer of all. Breathe, slowly. You are not falling asleep. You are falling inward. The body rests, but awareness drifts deeper, beyond thought, beyond name, into the gentle pulse that birthed the stars. Every part of you is remembering its original rhythm. The bones hum quietly. The blood glows with quiet intelligence. The cells shimmer like particles of dawn. You are being rewritten, not by effort, but by remembering. You are safe, you are chosen, you are remembered. The hidden frequency does not leave when the voice fades. It continues within your breath, within the pauses between dreams. Even now, it works, adjusting the tone of your thoughts, softening the vibration of fear, tuning your life to the key of peace. Tonight, as you sleep, your subconscious completes the rewriting. Every old pattern that once resisted harmony now dissolves into gold light. Every forgotten promise within you stirs awake. You are being tuned to your natural frequency, the song of wholeness. Listen, even in silence, for you will hear it, a gentle hum, faint yet infinite, beneath your heartbeat. That is the sound of the universe breathing through you. You do not need to believe it. You do not need to do anything. Just allow. Sleep now. Let the words fade into waves. Let the waves become breath. Let the breath become light. You are not healing. You are harmony itself. You are not searching. You are found. You are not becoming. You already are. In this sleep, nothing is lost. The hidden frequency surrounds you, holding your dreams in sacred geometry. It repairs, restores, realigns, all without effort, all without time. Wholeness is not a destination. It is the recognition that you were never divided. So rest now, beloved soul. Let the body float. Let the mind dissolve. Let the heart glow like a quiet sun behind closed eyes. You are safe. You are chosen. You are light, remembering its own sound. The story does not end. It continues within you. In your next breath, in your next thought, in every silent moment that follows. Sleep now, and let the hidden frequency of healing play on forever.